I'm sitting at the overlook. I'm going in the pine bushes here. And I'm sitting here in this overlook here, looking over the city here called Atlanta. It's an interesting place to come to take videos. And what's interesting about it, the overlook, look into the skyline of Atlanta. And today's special because it's the fall colors. You can see all the fall colors radiating around me, and that's what makes it beautiful. The fall colors radiating around me with the with Atlanta in the distance. So I'm enjoying myself out here. Today is the day after Thanksgiving. A lot of people out there actually what you're doing on Black Friday, but I'm out here taking videos. Yeah. Yeah. I'm out here taking pictures of this area called, I don't see it, but I guess it's rolling. This is Smyrna. Nice old town here. It's called Smyrna. Yeah, Smyrna, nice old town here in Cobb County, Georgia. Support Smyrna. Somebody out here with a dog. Yes, she's with her little dog. And this is Smyrna fall time. Everybody and the dogs. This place is Doggy Town. Doggy Town, Smyrna. Getting ready for the holidays. Out here visiting this little city. High sunlight today, so I will make it around the other way. It's one place that really dress up the Christmas tree here in Smyrna. Belly. This is what a town looks like from this perspective. That's a big Christmas tree. That's in the area here. I'll show you the Yeah, that's Smyrna city limit. Not city limit, but I'll call it the I think I call it the commercial district here in Smyrna. It's called the Jackwell City here. Across this avenue here in Smyrna, called the Jackwell City. Whining. Not sure, but this must be whining. Is it whining? The overlook. Hey, whining. Station. Whining. It's called Whining. Village of Jubilee. People out here. It's called the Village of Jubilee here in Whining. It's a little city called Whining. Yeah, I find myself in a little town called Whining today. It's a little small town here off of 75. I think it's a unincorporated city. Some of the historical structures are here still in this little village. It has some nice place for eatery. Seem like a lot of people out today exploring this little city. And thanks you. It's all dressed up for the holidays. This is their Christmas tree here. A lot of cars in here today. It's a pretty low town. A lot of cars out here today in this little McLaughlin village. It's one of those towns that you want to come and visit. It seems like it's one of those architectural design village that reflect the time here in this city. That's what it looks like to me. Reflect a modern type city. It's actually made out of what we call wood structure. There's no one here in the street here today. Someone put my camera on my car and see if I can interpret the city from this perspective. Yeah. Quite 20th century architectural design in this place. This is a backdrop of Whining Towers. As you can see, the architectural design of that towers. I think from there you can look into Atlanta, because Atlanta is not too far from here. So what we're seeing here is a symbolic gesture to rent towers so that the aristocrats can look into Atlanta even though they're not look at the skyline of Atlanta. So I don't know how you get up there. Must be interesting to get up there and see what you can see from this particular area. So I find myself today out here in Whining, and the train comes through here too, which is unique. Most of the southern cities have this train that comes through all of them. I guess that's what put them on a map. The railroad, and the railroad was one instrumental to start the development of these cities, either by the commodity back then was cotton and forced labor. So these cities are the what you call the inception of these cities, and the owners actually capitalizing on and forced labor to create these cities. Today, it's no longer like that, but a remnant of those trains still come through here as freight train, carrying different commodity here in Whining, Georgia. Overlook building on the top there. I'm in this little city called Whining, Georgia. I mean, it's really decorated nice. I don't know who did, but it's decorated real nice. All the buildings seem to reflect the same wooden structure here in Whining. Yeah, Bristol, the Overlook, Whining. It's a beautiful little city you want to come and check out. Beautiful. Whining, Georgia. Not sure if I was captured down in the city, but anyway, I'm looking for a landmark. I think this is it. Whining Jubilee here. Landmark that I can interpret here in this place called Whining, Georgia. This is Whining, Georgia, historical past house here. It symbolizes what architectural and what aristocrat type setting was here in this particular city. So I'm gonna from this vantage point, I'm gonna tend to try to record what the house looked like here from this particular perspective. The Pace House here off of this road here, and I'm going down. I'm gonna try to find myself down to another historical perspective of this city here. I think there's supposed to be an old train station or something in this city. So I'm trying to find myself down here and capture that city itself from a historical perspective. I think this is what the backdrop of this place looked like. Pace Ferry, and then you have something called the it used to be, I guess they got rid of it. There was a local train that comes through, our freight train that comes through the city. It once was known for its train tracks, and it's still known for that. So they have a restaurant here that symbolizes what we call the train depot here in a place called. So here's the train depot here in this place called Winding, Georgia. Again, Winding freight station here, and beautiful place called Winding, Georgia. It's an unincorporated little place, but people come out here and they take advantage of all the amenity that the place has to offer, including being able to sit in the West Point route, West Point type of setting here in Winding, Georgia. It was great knowing that you can come out and shoot these pictures in this particular town. I must say I enjoy doing all of that, watching people enjoy themselves. It's a beautiful little town, but everything must come to an end, and I'm getting ready to head out of here from this little city. I'm gonna try to go up by the overlook. You see, the overlook here, nice lookout here, the overlook. And I'm gonna spin around here. I've never been up here, but it's pretty to come take a shot from this perspective. The overlook here in Georgia. Yeah, from the overlook here in Winding, Georgia. Some beautiful buildings up here. This is one here, it's pretty. So I'm heading out here, going back to good old Powder Spring after having a beautiful adventure here to the place called Winding, Georgia. Winding, Georgia. Yeah, this is a beautiful park to come and shoot video. You know, it's always a nice place to come and shoot video. Seems like the families out here enjoying all this amenity. It's the fall colors, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and people are enjoying all of this, man. If you ever get a chance, come out and come to this park and enjoy all the amenity that the park has to offer here in a little place called Smyrna, Georgia. Lots of people out here today in this little park called Smyrna, enjoying all that the park has to offer. I can see that lots of family here, and I'm out here. It's a day after Thanksgiving, and where else can you be? Come out and enjoy the outdoor, because the outdoor is a beautiful place to be part of. See, all the fall colors and all the beautiful buildings are here. So I'm out here enjoying it today. What else do I have to do but enjoy the park? Yeah, most of the family members out here having picnic after the holidays, and they're actually nice overcast. It's not a harsh sunlight, but it's a nice place to come and shoot videos in this beautiful park called Smyrna Park. It's not a harsh sunlight today, so your videos got to come out pretty nice and warm, and that's what I like about having warm videos in my shooting. So the fall colors is one of the beautiful times you can come and see what's happening here, and there's no difference here. Fall colors are nice today. One of the most beautiful recreational sites there is in Georgia. What's nice about it is that it has these beautiful fall colors that symbolize the end of the springtime, not springtime, end of summer, and people out here actually enjoying all this humidity that the park has to offer. So it's a great place to come out with a family if you want to come out for a big picnic. As long as you social distance, you can call yourself being neat and nice in all of this. I kind of like enjoy it, because where else can you go but to enjoy all the beauty of nature? And this is what it's about. There's some family who actually enjoying the outdoors here in Smyrna Outdoors Park. I tell you, I can't help it but shoot videos in this place. It's so beautiful. I mean, the grounds is immaculate. The people are friendly. They're running around. They're enjoying life, and they're not really scared about anything else. I know the coronavirus is out there, but people still enjoying themselves here. So I'm gonna spin my camera around to see some of the people who actually enjoy themselves here in this park. We have some people actually enjoying themselves here in this beautiful park called Smyrna. Can't help it but to come out here and enjoy all the amenity that this park has to offer. People bike riding, they're socializing with the family, they're having a good time. So come and have a good time at Smyrna Park one of these days and enjoy all what it has to offer. Beautiful place, beautiful place. Beautiful place here in Smyrna, Georgia. The day after Thanksgiving. Let me scan my camera around here and showing you what the people are actually doing. They're having a great time out here in this place here called Smyrna. Some of the family getting ready to leave, but that's beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful place to be here this time of the year, Smyrna, Georgia. He's having fun with his family. He's jogging along with his family here in this beautiful place called Smyrna. So he's enjoying it. That's good, man. Yeah. Okay. Right here in Smyrna, Georgia. Beautiful place to be after the holiday, to run off all the turkey that you have eaten. So this is one of the most beautiful parks I've seen through my excursion in this place called Smyrna, Georgia. Something about it seems so attractive. I mean, the fall colors are here, but people seem to enjoy themselves in this place here called Smyrna Park. The falls are here, the colors is radiant. People are social distancing, but they can't help themselves but to come out and partake of this beautiful place called Smyrna, Georgia Park. So that's exactly what I'm doing today, enjoying myself in this beautiful place called Smyrna. I happen to come by here and I turn in here and I realize what a beauty. I have to come in here and do a video shoot of it. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon. Call this place called Smyrna. If you want to take some beautiful pictures, you come out to this beautiful park called Smyrna. So well down here, most families come out to enjoy themselves and shoot pictures. Nice colors, nice people tend to enjoy themselves out here in this particular beautiful grounds of Smyrna. And I'm doing the same today. I'm out here after Thanksgiving enjoying all this amenity that Smyrna has to offer. So come out and see the place one of these days. Yeah, this is Smyrna, Georgia. Beautiful place to come and see. Beautiful place to bring your family and enjoy all the amenity of this place and have fun, because it's some place you want to come and shoot video. I know a lot of people are social distancing. I'm doing the same thing to myself. The air is fresh. I don't think there's any type of I wash my hands and stuff like that, so I'm taking precaution, but you can't help but to come out and shoot pictures in this beautiful place called Smyrna Park here in Georgia. This place is such a beauty. You can't help but social distance, but still come out and be part of it, because it's a place to actually shoot video. Most people out here enjoying all of this, and I can't help but to enjoy it myself. Out here in a little place called Smyrna, Georgia here. You know, it's one of the most beautiful parks you can come to. And I don't care what you said. There's another shot of this park. I just can't get enough of it. But I'm taking a shot of it anyway. It's one of the most beautiful places you can find yourself for the holidays. Coming to this park and taking some videos and doing some video shoot in this place is it's immaculate, man. Nice family gathering, the social distancing, but it's quite a beauty, and I'm enjoying it today. Smyrna Park in Georgia. I mean, look at the colors. You can't help but shoot videos in this beautiful place. Look at the colors, man. Look at the trees and the people who actually occupy this space. Oh, I just love it. It's just a beautiful photo shoot for me, and I'm enjoying all the amenity that this place has to offer. Even though it's social distancing, I got my mask just in case I need it, but let me see if I have it. Yeah, I have it, but I don't think it's any coronavirus out here anyway, so I'm gonna enjoy my scenery here in Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna, Georgia. Beautiful place to be. Come and shoot video with your family and enjoy all the amenity that they have to offer in this place called Smyrna Park in Georgia. Smyrna Park in Georgia. Beautiful place to come and bring your family and not only walk and exercise but shoot video, because it's a beautiful place here called Smyrna, Georgia. I'm gonna take this landscape shot of the building here and see what I can come up with. I don't know what the building is, but I guess it's one of those buildings that symbolize beauty here in Smyrna. So again, Smyrna, Georgia, beautiful place to be, beautiful idea of taking photos and doing video shoot. Come and see the place. You won't help, but you're not gonna miss a blink, because it's where you want to be at this particular time of the day. The sunlight is not as harsh, so you have good photos here in this place. So Smyrna, Georgia is a place you want to be with your family, enjoying all the amenity that it has to offer. I tell you, it has a lot of amenity. And if you ever get a chance, come to this beautiful place called Smyrna, Georgia. You're not gonna be disappointed. I mean, it's so beautiful, you want to take it home with you. You want to take this place home with you because it's so beautiful to see. So you actually want to take it home with you. So I'm taking it home with me in these capturing of this video out here in Smyrna, Georgia this afternoon. Been a pleasant day. So now I'm skying up and heading to a little place called Powder Spring and see what Powder Spring has to offer as far as outdoors activity. But this is the most jubilant and most exciting one I'm seeing so far. So I'm heading on out of this beautiful place called Smyrna, Georgia. Yeah, here's some participant walking along here in this beautiful place called Smyrna. Yeah, I'm impromptu. I'm a street photographer. All right, enjoying it. Okay. Advantage of all the beautiful place out here. Coming from where?
Local.
Huh?
Local. We're local.
Yo, you're local.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful place.
Thank you.
Beautiful place. You want to take this place home with you. It's so pretty. Yeah. Smyrna, Georgia. Yeah. There's some nice shots. People out here enjoying all this beauty. And I'm capturing it too. Because it's beautiful. Beautiful to see and do here in Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna, Georgia, this afternoon. Beautiful landscape, beautiful recreational site. You gotta come out and see it. Beautiful. I was in the springtime, but fall is pretty too. It's one of the most beautiful oak trees I've seen in this place. It's this beautiful oak tree here in this place called Green Meadow Preserve in Cobb County. This is a beautiful oak tree right here. Tie a ribbon around a great oak tree here. And there was a song called, I think during the Vietnam era, tie a ribbon around a great oak tree. I guess it was a veteran who went to war. He wanted to make sure that his girlfriend was faithful. So he actually tied a ribbon around a great old oak tree. And then he will be, when he be back, he'll know that she really cared for him. That was a beautiful song. I don't know what the chorus said. I even can't sing it, but that's what I remember. It's fall in Georgia. I mean, wintertime in Georgia here. It's a great time to be out wintertime in Georgia, especially out in these woods here. I love it because it symbolizes the change of season, and you can come out and actually be part of the outdoor here, in this magnificent place called Greenwood Preserve here in Cobb County. This is one of my favorite little outdoor places to come to. It's a forest, no water, but just natural trees. Yeah, that's one of the oldest oak tree there is here in Cobb County. It's symbolic because it's over 100 years old here in Cobb County. And too, this is a winter time, but I'm actually out here depicting the growth of this big tree here in Cobb County here. Most people come out here and shoot videos, shoot pictures under this tree. So most people that comes here in this green preserve use this tree as a backdrop for memorabilia. It's a bench on the outskirts there, but most people don't see the significance of that. So that's where they come, right here. This is the forest preserve here in Cobb County. People came across it with a hound dog, but what I'm trying to depict here is that tree right there in the midst of the forest. Most people come out here with the dogs and do a lot of things. Nice family pushing all the. You got twins in there?
Not twins. They're Irish twins.
Oh, okay. All right. You take care. All right. Yeah, nice family here out in the Green Meadow Preserve, enjoying all this nice weather. You know? Oh, okay. This is the Green Meadow Preserve here from this vantage point here in Cobb County. Beautiful preserve. You can come and grow your garden. You can come and do whatever you want to do in this beautiful place called the Green Meadow Preserve here in Cobb County. It's a beautiful place to come out and shoot video because the environment is conducive for it. And it's the winter time now, but in actuality, it's a good place to come and shoot video here in Cobb County. And I know that you're coming back someday. Well, this is symbolizing exactly that. The beautiful oak tree lining the riverbed here in Powder Spring, Georgia. I can't get enough of this place, but you got to come to an end so often. So I'm getting ready to mosey out of here and catch the last silhouette of a shot as it goes down in the west. Yeah, Austell City Hall, right there. And this is the Austell Recreational Site. And this site here, right here. They got a gazebo. There's that gazebo right there. Austell. And this used to be the original complex here. So you notice that Cobb County itself has a lot of recreational facilities that is set up for the citizen. This happened to be one of them. Tennis. This one is a tennis. It's a municipality building here where you come and vote in the city of Austell. Some big stones here. Some of the biggest stone I've seen here is right here in the city of Austell. It's cop hidden in the bushes, and Oh, let's see. This place is interesting because it has a lot of amenities and grounds up there. It's the Palatine building here. And also we come to vote here. Austell is an interesting city, but it has its ups and downs. I'm gonna go across the little bridge here. This is the bypass for what we call the train stops. So this is actually Austell at a glimpse. It's a bridge that you come across, I know. You see a big flag in the distance flying over the Veteran Memorial site here. Austell, Georgia. It seems like there's no breeze today. Anyway, this is the city of Austell, Georgia. I happen to catch the light. We have all the amenity that you need to be part of, but today's closed, and I'm taking the opportunity to shoot this video in an empty and sleepy town, testing out my camera. So we will see exactly what comes out here after. This is the city of Austell. As you can see, I'll show you the Veteran Memorial site here in the distance here from this perspective. There's a flag flying over there, over the Veteran Memorial site here in Austell. Down there somewhere. Yeah, down there. There is it there. Some of their little market square they have here. Anyway, I'll be rolling through the city of Austell right now. One of the market square they have here in Austell, Georgia. One of the biggest flag I've seen is over the Veteran Memorial Hospital here in Austell. This is the city itself here I'm going through. You never know what you're going to run into as you travel through this little city. It's designed in such a way that you actually have to go through it. And I'm going through it. It's a little sleepy little town. Sleepy little town here in Austell, Georgia. It's one of the diners they have here, Southern Cobb Diner. Oh man, this is the city itself here. It's all dressed up for Christmas, and it looks nice. We have the donut shop in here. We have the donut shop, people's favorite. We're gonna get the coffee. That place called Austell, Georgia. It's the holiday season. As you can see, all the decoration is on the it's plastered along the way here. So I'm gonna go down the other lower side of the city and take a glimpse of Austell from my perspective. Austell, Georgia, at a glimpse. battery is clicking on me, but I'm gonna go down this little city here and see what this little park here is saying. They immortalize this little guy here who's the mayor of Austell. So they immortalize him before he left. And okay, I almost did a boo there, but getting out of Austell right now. Going across this track and coming around the other side of Austell. There's the old structures here in Austell, Georgia. It's a train track as it comes through here. Austell, Georgia. I think it's a one-way. You can't go down it. Anyway, Austell, Georgia. Looking the little enclave here off of the Veteran Memorial site here in a little town called Austell. This shot is depictive of what you can do and see how well, how much you appreciate the outdoor. Coming out and see what's available to you. Today I find myself out here shooting all these videos of the outdoors in Austell. And you need to stop and smell the roses because there's so much to see here in these areas. You just gotta come. This is one of the oldest church in Austell. It's called the First United Methodist Church here in Austell. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. It symbolizes what Austell was as far as all over this Georgia they have some called the First United Methodist Churches in these cities. Methodists seem like they played a major role in these cities here in Austell, in Georgia. So I'm gonna go down this street here. It's a one way. I mean, you can go out, so. Here's a Century Home in Austell, one of their called log cabin here in Austell. It's called a Century House. It's right across the street there. It's called a Century House here in Austell. I guess it was built some way back in the. It's nothing depicting what it was, but that's what it looks like there in Austell, Georgia. Austell new complex here. New complex here in Austell, where all the government offices are situated right here in Austell, Georgia. It's called a treadmill. Treadmill here, located in Austell, Georgia. It's an interesting place because this place here was developed to make treads from cotton to supply the government. Had a government contract to supply all the treads right here. They made all the treads here, and this place here has its unique history behind it. So what we see here, Austell. I don't think you can go down there. I think you gotta come back this way. He's a barber. And go back out to Austell. Anyway, there's a treadmill complex here in Austell. It's an interesting place. It symbolizes history in some way. Go ahead. It symbolizes history at some point. So this is Austell, Georgia. Austell, Georgia. It symbolizes history here. Okay, go ahead. Okay, this is all historical, these grounds here in Austell, Georgia. I'm not sure what the rest of the place has in history, but this building here itself plays some significant role in Austell or history. Right now, this opposite end of it, I think they're building some kind of factory here or truck depot in Austell. Austell, Georgia, with high sunlight. Not sure what's behind here, but I'm not gonna find out. I just take this beautiful last shot of this nice, magnificent colors of the trees as they line this area. This neighborhood profit off of Austell is considered the Gold Coast. So the houses and the people who had the job was able to buy houses on the street going down here in Austell. See, most of them have the same design, architectural design homes here in this little city. I'm gonna find myself going down one of these streets, but it seemed like the street itself goes straight along the road, and it's just a dead end. So this is actually Austell neighborhood back in the day, style bungalow home. I'll call this historical part of Austell neighborhood because most of the homes in here seem like they're built in the same century, the same design, bungalow style home, fitting for people who actually had a job. So, and I think the job only went to those who's what we consider privileged. Look at this beauty. So you can't help but shoot this. Look at that beautiful shot here in the city of Austell. I'm gonna take this picture because it's so pretty. Austell historical neighborhood here off of Novak Avenue. As you can see, the house laid out in such a nice bungalow style, architectural almost identical to each structure they built during the same century, and that's what makes them pretty, because they have the same footprint, what we call it, yeah, footprint. Some people live down in here originally, never leave, and pass it on to their, I guess, their original people in Austell. So it's nice, beautiful scenery here in Austell, Georgia. Everything must come to an end, so I'm gonna take a last shot of the hill up there with a flag and head out to Powder Spring, Georgia. So I'm now leaving the complex of Austell, off of Austell Road, and heading back to Powder Spring. It's a little town called Powder Spring, Georgia. I'm rolling through here, and what you see here is the original thoroughfare of this little town called Powder Spring, Georgia. Almost it was settled, I guess, in 1838. So these streets here are reflective of where the residents decided to settle and build their homes in this little city called Powder Spring, Georgia. As you can see, the houses are similar. They has bungalow, and later on, what they decided to build was other subdivision. But this is the style of what the house looked like back in the early 1900s, with certain bungalow style houses. We're going down a street here called, I think it's one of the main residential street, and it's called Atlanta Street. I guess they named it Atlanta because it was a little bit older than Atlanta, so they want to reflect something that of Atlanta. So they build this, they make this street called Atlanta Street here, historical street of Atlanta, here in Powder Spring, Georgia. That's a place down here called Butner Street, where a lot of African Americans reside. That section was actually delineated or built to house some of their relatives who actually just coming out of slavery, didn't have a chance, no home or no nothing. So that section was built to house them. It's called Butner Street. I think this is a street here called Butner Street. So you'll find similar smaller bungalow on a different scale in this area here off of Atlanta Road, called Butner Street, which is symbolic of our African American neighborhood that was designed to provide houses for African American who didn't have no place to call a home. And some rich lady, she actually capitalized in that moment and built a home economically for African American to be able to afford to purchase. So this is the street is called Butner Street here in off of Atlanta Road in Georgia. Powder Spring is significant because it's historical. It's growing rapidly. It has a certain freeway, not freeway, but an exception to the freeway that comes through it. This is one of the newer part of the train makes most of these places famous. As you can see, one is moving there in the distance, but these freight trains come through most of these southern town here in Georgia. They give them their lifeline as far as trading commodities and stuff like that. Most commercial trains still come through going to another route, and so the process is still there as far as using the same route that was used back in the day. It's still here in this little town called Austell. Unique again, like I said, it's a small little town, inundated with trains and cars and hustles and bustling, But in reality, it's a small town called Small Town, Georgia, here in Powder Springs. Small town. I call it Small Town, Georgia, in Powder Springs, Georgia. It's have created a new venue here for people to come down. The citizens can come down and shoot videos, do exercise, and do poetry in this city, which make it great, It's kind of like it's an amphitheater setting, so it's developed to create an artistic type environment for people to come and enjoy the city. And that's what I like about it. If you're an artist, you'll appreciate it. You appreciate this place because it's set up like that to invite people to come into it, bicycle through it, enjoy all the amenity that it has to offer through it, and that's what makes it beautiful. It's a beauty, artistic beauty, I would say, in Powder Springs, Georgia. I'm not sure why people in the line there, but it must be something going on why they're in the line. So it's a courthouse. Maybe they're paying the bill. That's what they're saying. I can see it. They came to pay the bill here in Georgia. Anyway, this is Powder Springs, Georgia. Low Town Baptist Cemetery, and symbolize what a small town scenario look like. I think they're creating we call townhouses within the enclave of the city limit, so people can actually live in the city itself and shop in the city and bring the city alive, and for someone bring it alive with the occupancy. These are nice little bungalows that I have here set up on the side of the road. You can see them, they're there. They're eventually going to become townhouses that people would actually own here in Powder Springs, Georgia. They're very much attractive. I was looking at one of them the other day. It was compressed square footage in a small place, but it's how they're laid out. They're laid out in such a beautiful way that you can actually utilize all the spaces that you may need. Bedroom upstairs, the living room downstairs, kitchen and living room downstairs. This is actually the north side of Powder Springs City. I could imagine these areas over here was actually designated for certain class back in the day. As you can see, their houses is built differently than on the other side. These are ranch houses that are built out of brick. The African American home was kind of like frame houses that was set up at a low income type setting. Powder Spring is also known for its park. I mean, it's what we call the trail section. It has a trail that comes through here, bike trail, I should say. That is called the Comet Trail, and this is one of the areas here that we actually people use to entertain themselves on a bicycle. It's called a Comet Trail. So I'll give you a shot of it, Comet Trail here, and I'm gonna mosey on down to some of the historical part of it, neighborhoods, and the new what we call it. I'm actually walking through some place called Powder Spring, Georgia. It has this welcome to the home of Powder Spring. It has this ingrained historical perspective. As you can see, the fall colors, the fall leaves are still here in the ground, and I'm walking through this historical place called Powder Spring, Georgia. It's some place that you want to come and see. You can't help it but to come out and see Powder Spring, Georgia. It's one of those areas that you want to interpret, because it's one of those areas that you want to be a part of. This is actually what we call Powder Spring municipality, where you have the veteran memorial designated in the city that symbolize Powder Spring as a place that sent some of its citizens to die in the war. And so what we see here, we see is they have a memorial set aside for Powder Spring residents who actually fought in the war. It's called Powder Spring Memorial here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Yeah. But Powder Spring actually is extending its boundary, and extending its boundary to incorporate new vineyard. This happened to be a new vineyard, Powder Spring, out here on the coastline, where most of you'll find most of the businesses now find themselves at Powder Spring, new development here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Where you find like places like DQ, which is Dairy Queen. You find McDonald's. You find all those things that actually expand the business of Powder Spring district here along this street called Austell on Powder Spring Road. So we see here. We have a new development taking place here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Everything changed, and everything has a new feeling to it. And so this is what Powder Spring new business district look like. It has La Parella restaurant, nice Mexican restaurant. It's one of the favorite that people actually utilize here in this city. Then the famous McDonald's, and on my left is also the different areas that Powder Spring has to offer. Powder Spring also has some nice little park districts. One of my favorite is the White Horse Park. I'm not sure if I've ever been into White Horse Park Thoroughfare from a video perspective, but I see what it has to offer today. Homes, I guess these are what we call ranch houses style home here, that was actually made up the affluent suburbia type setting here in Powder Spring Inception. You can see they're made out of brick, the industrial brick revolution, and these are like hill homes off of a street called I'm not sure what the street is, but this is I always want to see what's down in this street here, so I'm gonna go down Glen Brooks Street, which is a new subdivision that was actually designed to mix with the old ranch style home. This is what we call split home, split design, where the bedroom is upstairs and the and the kitchen and living room is on there. It's on the lower level. So it's a big subdivision. I didn't realize it was such large subdivision down here, but it is. A lot of homes here in Glen Brooks place, right by the little river that comes through here. Yeah, they're packing them in these places. They're really packing them in along the older homes here in this street. Back in the day, only a certain type demographic could have lived in these areas, but everything was changed. So what you see here is a change in demographic and change in landscape in Georgia. I'm gonna go through my little favorite park here. I don't know what I'm gonna run into. There's something different, so I'm gonna take this angle of this place from this perspective. I'm gonna take it from this perspective because I want to see change in dynamic that actually took place here in this Powder Spring Park. The colors are reflective of a beautiful place to be, a beautiful place to see. Nice forest area, nice bench. So it's interesting to be able to come out by the river here and take a picture of what it's like from this perspective here in White Horse Park. White Horse Park is it's a favorite park to come to. As you can see, the ducks are here today. They actually out here. The ducks are actually out here today in this beautiful little park here called Powder Spring. So I'm just taking a dally shot here of the place here, and I'm heading back up the road before someone report me. I'm using my vehicle on the lawn, so I'm heading back out along this beautiful place called White Horse Park. Water park here, as you can see in the distance, there's a water park here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Some high sunlight today, so I just want to capture it from this angle, show you Powder Spring Park. So another thing they have here is called a BMX. The BMX tournament that people from all over the country comes and participate in riding a bike and competing on a national scene here in this little town called Powder Spring, Georgia. A lot of people traverse through it because it's where they actually want to be BMX place here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's called the USA BMX site here in Powder Spring, Georgia. I saw it one time with the youngsters competing, but I never actually compete myself. So it's quite amazing to say you have seen it and saw people competing in it. That's what makes it beautiful, to know that you actually saw it happening. But this is again the other vantage point of this park as I head out to Powder Spring area. You can see the nice silhouettes of the area here. I think I'm gonna maybe take a shot of the this is what the little compound here look like from this perspective here in Powder Spring. This is a BMX bike tournament setting. This is where the youngsters go up and down this thoroughfare here. This is where most of the performances take place here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's interesting, but this is it. Aside from the spectators bench here on the west side of Powder Spring. As you can see, it's a popular place to come and observe youngsters riding a bike on the BMX track here in Powder Spring. It came a long way. A lot of investment went into it, and it seemed like it paid off right here in Powder Springs, Georgia. Recreational is what they're into. Outdoor, indoor. BMX tracks here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Interesting place to come and ride your bike and compete on a national scene. BMX complex here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's always nice to come out and see these places, but that's what I'm doing today. Cobb County BMX complex here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's quite an interesting place, but that's what it's called. Cobb County BMX complex center, complex here, where they come and raise the bikes, and the kids participate in this activity from all over the United States and territory, maybe the world. I think they come from all over the world to come and compete here at a certain time of the year. BMX, USA BMX complex here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Yeah, USA BMX Park in Powder Spring, Georgia. all this property here had once belonged to the black people here in we call Douglasville. All this property here, they used to have, it was 40 acres and a mule. They had acquired here, and then the state came and took all this vast amount of property here and built this courthouse here on the horizon. It's amazing how you get something and someone else take it back from you just because they have the power to. But anyway, this property has once belonged to the brothers here in Douglasville, Florida, Georgia. What it did, put up a big Confederate statue overlooking the same property that the brothers had owned, which is a shame, but I came down here to take a picture, and it happened to be Douglasville Courthouse. The Christmas setting here, historical harem. I'm gonna do a little circle around here and show where the railroad come through here that makes this place famous. But this is historical harem here in Powders in harem. That's a remnant of the train there that comes through here. This place called Harem. It's interesting today because most of the time this place is not filled with cars and stuff like that, but today this place is seem to be have a lot of cars here. Historical Harem. I guess it's what we call people on vacation. We came out to visit family members here. So I'm gonna mosey around this area here a little bit, see if I can catch some of the significant part of harem here. And this is one of them here. This significant part of harem. Nice design city. Small little town. So again, this is Harem, Georgia, from my perspective. Harem, Georgia. Harem, Georgia. Harem, Georgia. Here in. Welcome to Harem, Georgia. It's a one way, so I better not try to go down this one way. Next thing you know, the cop will be in my butt. Oh, and I don't need a ticket there today. Down this little hick town. They'll put me to jail. Here comes a train that makes Harem what it is today. I don't know if it's a test run, but there's a train that makes Harem what it is today. Harem, Georgia. Watch the train as it comes through here. Makes it interesting. Because this is what most southern town has. A train that comes through them. Freight train. That comes through these towns. towns here in Georgia. So that's Harum. So let me mosey on out of here, bypass the train track, and head back up on Highway 92. Seeing some of the older homes up in there. It's called bungalows. This is Harum from my vantage point here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Think about Harum as being lost in time. It's historical and it has some humidity, but think about it as 1891. What actually transpired here that caused the settlers who settled here and established this city? I'm not sure, but I know it came about after the Civil War. 1891 came after the Civil War, so something inspired people to start this little town here called Harum. And I heard Harum has some ugly story to it, but every place has ugly story, and small town Georgia is known for those ugly stories. So I'm here in this beautiful old city called Harum today. We have some shy teenagers here doing their thing. Downtown Harum. Harum, Georgia. People out on a Sunday, that's good. Enjoying all the humidity that this place has to offer here. Enjoying all the humidity here in Harum, Georgia. This is the auditorium. Closest I can get there. There's Harum Towers here. It's called the Welcome to Harum, Home of the Hornets, here in Harum, Georgia. Sweet Home Missionary Baptist Church. This is what Harum area looked like, the park looked like from this vantage point across the street. It's called the River Park. That's what a typical strip mall looked like here in Harum. This is one of their call it typical stores. They got Chipotle, they got Dunkin' Donuts, they have Bargain Hunt, so even Home Depot. So this is what a typical Office Max, typical strip mall look like here in Harum, Georgia. I'm moseying back out to the road. I'm heading back to a place called Powder Spring, Georgia, which have similar humidity. So, what a typical redneck neighborhood look like I won't say that, but it's what we call Moon Road here. New subdivision here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's called Moon Road. It's supposed to be a prominent name, prominent family that actually was in possession of most of the Native American land here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Continue the same philosophy of grabbing land. Same philosophy in grabbing land here in Georgia. Building big homes and stuff like that. It hasn't really changed that much. But I think the demographic is changing. So we can see that things are. Well, this is what we call Moon Road here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's a nice little lake that comes through here called the Lucille Lake. In this place called Moon Road. There's a lake up in there, someplace. You can see it now since the vegetation is gone. This is Moon Road. Moon Road, Powder Spring, Georgia. This is what my neighborhood looked like here, going through Powder Spring, Georgia. As you can see, it's fall weather, but this is what the remnant of the new demographic has taken over here. Different subdivision is being built. Reflection of transformation of property, shared property, I would say, in other people's hands. So this is Lost Mountain Road here. It has a lot of subdivision here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Used to call it Seventh Spring. Now it's called Powder Spring, Georgia. It's a historical town, and I call it Butterfly Park here in Douglasville. Butterfly Park, this park was named after a guy, some retired police officer. So I'm here today shooting a video of this particular place called Strickland Street, north in Douglasville, Georgia. The railroad actually comes through this place here, and you can see the remnant of it down there where the railroad track. I'm not sure if that's what they're referring to, but anyway, I'm right here down in Douglas County in the midst of emblem that says remembering the fallen here in Douglas County. I'm fortunate to be able to say that I served but never actually was wounded or hurt. So I tip my hat off to those who actually made it out and those who actually became active citizens once again in this, exercising the right in this city. Black Lives Matter t-shirt is being posted, and which is good. We got to remember 400 years ago we couldn't even come here and vote. So I can see why people are all excited coming out here and voting today in this particular special. Here's some of the participants. What's the city limit of Douglasville, Georgia? Driving through it today, see what it looks like from this perspective. It has so many different, it's called Church Street. So I'm gonna go down Church Street in Douglasville, Georgia, and see what the city looks like from this perspective. It's a little rustic little town. Seems almost historical. So I'm gonna drive through it from this perspective. Go through it today and see what it looks like from this perspective. Douglasville, Georgia. Well, I think this is a library, museum here in Douglasville, so it's interesting to see what's here in this little city of Douglasville. Saloon. This is their thoroughfare. This Main Street, they call it. So I'm gonna be riding down Main Street, Douglasville, and there's a museum. So I'm gonna get a shot of the museum. And I switch it around, see if I can get some of this species of people that live here. There's some nice species, people who actually live here in this city. I'm taking my time, I'm not in a hurry. So whoever's in a hurry, it's up to them. This Douglasville from this outskirt of the city. It's all historical here in Douglas City, Douglasville, Georgia. From the outskirt, right here, Douglasville, Georgia.